Hello, everybody. I thought that I would just make a video and send out to y'all because there are lots of people that I need to update. I was able to see Dr. Reed today, which is about a week earlier than I was initially supposed to see him. He was very thorough. He ordered several blood tests. They took 13 vials of blood, so it was a lot. He ordered chest x-rays. My understanding from the long meeting that I had with him today was he thinks I have had this uveitis that I have. He thinks that I've had it for quite a long time, but that it's just now become an acute case of it since December. I asked him what the actual diagnosis was, and he said, well, for lack of a better way to describe it right now, he was saying it was chronic panuveitis, which basically means I have it, it's not necessarily going away. I'll have acute bouts with it, and which is what's happening now, and then it will get better for a while before it flares again. And panuveitis means that it's in all sections of my eye. So it's in the front, it's the middle, the back, it's all over. And he said that it's mysterious, and other doctors have had issues with trying to figure out what it is, because if it were caused by the histo, then there should not be white blood cells in my eye, but you can see the white blood cells in my eye. But I don't have an autoimmune disease that we know of, so there should be no reason for the eye to be inflamed all the way through like it is. If some of the blood work that he does comes back positive, then they'll test further for autoimmune conditions. But anyway, I told him, I was like, you are not the first doctors that wondered if I had something autoimmune. But anyway, sorry I keep rubbing my eyes, but they've been through a lot today. He says he wonders if I ever even had histo, because back in the 1980s, when I was diagnosed with it, they really didn't know anything else that could possibly be wrong with the eyes other than just if you had the big spot in it like I did, other than histo. So he's wondering even if that diagnosis was completely accurate. It doesn't really matter at this point. He did find it odd that throughout the years they've used steroids to treat the histo, because he says that's not the standard of treatment for a histo. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like this guy knew what he was talking about, but I've also always thought my other retina doctors knew what they were talking about. But we still don't really know anything other than this is just going to be a long round or long way of treating something. He said that 50% of the patients that have this that I have never find out what it is that causes it, but that does not mean that we can't treat it. So that's encouraging. I asked him, did that mean that I was probably going to go blind one day in that eye? And he's like, well, that's what I'm here for, is to keep that from happening. So he's definitely trying to make sure that doesn't occur, which was good, you know. In the meantime, he started me on steroids, so I have to take 12 5-milligram steroids every morning for the next 3 weeks. I'm going to be a very pleasant person. And then I have to go back and see him, and hopefully he'll have the results back from all the blood work from today and the x-rays from today. I do find it interesting that he retested for tons of the Lyme and co-infection stuff today. Evidently, it can cause lots of issues like this in your eyes. And I never even thought about that having anything to do with my eyes. But we also know that those tests are not extremely accurate either. So even if I had that, the likelihood that it would show up correctly is small. So at best, those tests are like 30% accurate from what I've read and what doctors have told me. Anyhow, it's a lot of information. Thank you all for praying. Thank you very much. And if y'all will keep praying, I would appreciate it. I hope I find out more soon. But for right now, chronic panuveitis. It's better than not knowing anything. I'll take it. All right. I love you guys. Bye-bye.